Wir sind jetzt hier rübergegangen zu Marvel Heroes und wir haben hier jetzt die Chance, den Herrn Brevik zu interviewen. Der ist hierfür verantwortlich, aber der ist natürlich auch den meisten von euch bekannt in Sachen Diablo. Aber heute wird es in erster Linie um Marvels Helden gehen. So, the first thing that comes to mind for me when it's about a Marvel Heroes game is how do you manage to balance that? There are so many characters and they're very varied and have different powers. Like you have the heavy hitters among the Avengers who are practically invulnerable and deal a lot of damage.
Yes.
So how did you do that?
How do you balance Thor and Daredevil in the same game? Is that what you're saying? First and foremost, it is a game, right? And we can't make it exactly like the IP, because when people are making the IP, they're not thinking, hey, how is this going to play in a game? And so we have to make this first and foremost a game and balance it so that it's fun for everybody.
Okay, so we can already see a lot of characters, and on the poster downstairs you can see it's the Avengers, and it's also S.H.I.E.L.D. So.
Yes.
Why is the S.H.I.E.L.D. logo? Do we get Nick Fury or some characters like that?
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
Actually, yes. That would be badass.
Yeah, that's one of the unique things about this game, is that we aren't just an Avengers game or an X-Men game or a Deadpool game or whatever. We literally have access to everything. It is, the sandbox has been completely opened and we get access to it all. We have all the characters, all 8,000, all the villains, all the locations, all 75 plus years of history. We get to use it all to make this game.
And how much is gonna be in there? Because there are a lot of heroes that no one's gonna recognize unless they're really avid fanboys. So
yes.
You're going to dig deep, or are they going to be mostly iconic characters?
You know, I think that we're gonna do a little both. We're gonna have some, in some ways this is a little bit of an educational game for people on the Marvel IP. We have all the heavy hitters, right? We got Hulk and Spider-Man and, you know, all the ones that everybody would know, right? And then we're going obscure as well. We're going to medium known and as well as obscure. Like one of the obscure people that we've already announced is Rocket Raccoon. Yeah. So, you know, that's like, we're really kind of digging deep and we have a large variety of characters.
Okay, and I've been told that there's no kind of barrier. You can play any character you like, no matter which characters are already on a server. So theoretically, there could be a server full of Wolverines, because I'm pretty sure most people are going to pick like that character, or
it's very popular.
or like 7 teams of Avengers. So that is actually possible.
If that's what you want to do, absolutely,
okay.
It is possible. But we've done a bunch of things to kind of to address this concern that some people have. Though it is possible, at any given time you can actually change which character you have. You have a giant roster of characters and you can just change to a different character. That's one thing. Two is that these characters have hundreds and hundreds of costumes that they've worn over the years. And so my Spider-Man may look very different than your Spider-Man. I might be wearing, you know, Iron Man made Spider-Man the Iron Spider suit or something like that. I might be wearing that. You might be wearing his new Future Foundation suit, something like that. So there are, you know, even though there might be 2 Spider-Men on screen, they may look very, very different. Not just that, but they're also going to play very differently. The way that I construct my Spider-Man and the skills that I choose and the path that I take it is a real RPG, and the path that I take to kind of make him in my own mold and the way that I like to play may be very different than the way that you play him.
How deep is that role-playing aspect going to be? You said it's a real role-playing game, so is there really a lot I can choose from and really differentiate? Yeah,
absolutely. It is very much the spiritual successor to Diablo 2. You know, it is Marvel and Diablo combined together, or, you know, on steroids, basically. It's, you know, it is a heavy, deep RPG underneath. It's got random loot, we got random levels, we have, you know, lots of skills that you get to kind of traverse and level up, and it is a real RPG experience.
And colleagues that have already played it said that it really feels like Diablo 2 just with Marvel. So I think that's a lot of your influence there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, I wrote the control scheme for Diablo and Diablo 2, so I know how it plays and a lot about it, and that kind of mentality I'm really bringing to this project.
Okay, so you've got the Galactus planet. How do I read that?
Yeah, why not?
I guess that's one character we're not going to be able to play.
Yes, I don't think anytime soon. Unless, you know, you want his foot on screen or something like that. It is isometric, so that's
Okay, and I've wondered how much it is in sync with the Marvel Universe, but I can already see there's a Human Torch on there, and he's passed away.
Yes. So it isn't exactly in sync. There really is no sync in the Marvel Universe, right? Things happen all the time, and we're not going to make our game follow it directly. But we are kind of using the base universe and kind of the most realized versions of all these characters. And so even though Human Torch is in our game and not necessarily in the comics right now, that's the, you know, we love this character and we're going to use him.
So it's no matter if they're dead or alive, the iconic characters have to be in there.
You know as well as I do that these characters don't stay dead for long.
Yeah, that's the basic rule. Yeah, so my last question would be, is there any favorite character of yours that kind of has grown on you?
Well, that's a good question. You know, I think that from a gameplay standpoint, I didn't expect Scarlet Witch to be as fun as she actually is. She's really a lot of fun to play, and I love the skills design that we have for her. She doesn't have the no more mutants power, but she does have, you know, a lot of great things that really make her fun to play.
Okay, so you love to blast chaos magic all over the map. Yeah, you mentioned that you've got a lot of random loot.
Yes.
So my colleague was wondering, like the Hulk, he's probably not going to wear a lot of clothes. So what does he actually need as loot?
The pants slot.
For real?
No. I mean, he does, and yes, he doesn't. We're going to make sure that everybody has a chance to participate in the loot game, and we'll have a solution that allows for a wide variety of different types of slots. Some characters have capes, and some don't, and some have shirts, and some don't, and you know, so we're going to make sure that everybody has kind of an equal chance to participate in the loot game. So there will be a solution for him.
Yeah, and people always hope for the best weapon in that kind of game. So, but lots of characters in the Marvel Universe don't use weapons at all.
Correct. So, you know, we don't really have weapons so much in the game, but they have a variety of powers, and you concentrate on kind of increasing those powers.
So it's basically about the passive stats then?
Yeah, a lot. There are, you know, you have a costume slot which can change the way that you look, as well as then you have stat items that actually enhance your stats.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.